Good morning and welcome to this week's vlog. Today I'm going to be sowing my early January crops. I'm going to be sowing some salvia, which are just a flower. Black Beauty aubergine. I've tried to grow these a couple of times in the past, but they never really work out. I've had some nice plants off them and they all go to flower, but I'm yet to get a single aubergine off any of the plants. So hopefully this year will be the year. I will also be sowing some golden acre primo 3 cabbage. I've got 4 or 5 seeds left in there from last year, so they can go in. A snowball cauliflower, which is a early cropping cauliflower, and I'm going to put in some Musselburgh leeks, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more success this year than I did last year with my leeks. There are other things. I've seen people saying that they're sowing chilies and tomatoes at the moment, but for me that's really not an option, because it's fine when they're tiny little seedlings and you just put them in the propagator, but within a couple of weeks they'll just start to take over. As you pot them on and they need to move up in pot size, I'll just simply run out of space. So at the moment that's not an option. So what I will be doing with my chilies and tomatoes is I will be working back 12 weeks from my last frost date, which is the 1st to the 10th of May, and I shall be sowing them then, which I estimate is round about Valentine's Day. So that's a good reminder for me to get my peppers, chilies and tomato seeds in on Valentine's Day. Anyway, enough talking, let's get on with sowing the seeds. I'm going to start with the leeks, and with the leeks I'm just going to broadcast sow them across the top of the compost. And these are last year's seeds, but I should think they should be okay. I've got another batch of seeds on order as well, so I can possibly do a later sowing. But with the Musselburgh leeks, it does say to sow indoors January, February. And as they're an allium, it's basically the same size seeds as you get for onions. I'm just going to spread them as thinly as I can. I've gone for quite a deep container for these, so that the roots have got a chance to penetrate. And once they get established and start growing well, I'm going to prick them out and put them into individual pots before planting them out in round about May time. And the reason I go for the sieved compost is it just makes it so much easier to separate them when the roots are all entangled with each other. That's probably more than enough in there, and we won't forget to write the label at the end. So that's the leeks done. Still seeds left in there. It really is cold. Right, so next we're going to do the aubergine. I'm just going to put 4 in here, maybe 5. I only really want 2 plants, but I'm not sure what the germination will be like. As I've said, I've struggled with aubergines in the past. That's why I'm getting a good head start. And it does say on the packet to sow January to April. No, it looks like I'm only doing 4 anyway, because there's only 4 in there. Just make a small indent in the compost. And just drop 1 seed in each. And because I am starting early, just throw those in. So that's the leeks and the aubergine done. Packet's no good. And on this side, this tray, I'm going to do half a row of the golden acre cabbage. As I said, there's only a few seeds in there, and then I'll fill up the rest of the tray with cauliflower. about 10 or 12 seeds in there, so I'll spread them out as best I can. I just put 2 seeds into each hole. But what I'll do is when these come through, I shall just thin them out and select the strongest. Assuming they all germinate, that is. Just pick out the strongest seedlings and put those on. So that's leeks, aubergines and brassicas done, and then just a salvia. I'm just going to sow a lot. Okay, so that's the last of the salvia. Right, so I'm just going to pat them down. And then I shall cover them over with a fine dusting. Again, I'll just foam them in. A little bit of water and we're done. Right mess. So I'm just going to pop that down there. So there we go, that's the first seed sowing of 2024. I'm going to take these home now. I'm going to put them onto the propagator. I've obviously got a lid for that, and for the other 3 I'm just going to use a small plastic bag or a sheet of clear plastic just to keep it moist while it germinates. And once it's germinated, I'll whip the plastic off and let them grow on under the grow lights that I've got set up. I've decided as well that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the onions back with me that I've had in the greenhouse just to get them to germinate. I don't think they're going to do much at the moment, it's so cold. So I've just got a little bit of veg to harvest, and then that'll be me done for the day. That's a pretty good harvest for the start of January. I've got a Romanesco cauliflower, golden acre cabbage. I've taken the top off the kalettes, and we've got some purple sprouting broccoli. So that's going to taste delicious on my Sunday lunch today. So that's the end of another weekend on the allotment. It's been a very cold, damp weekend, but I've not let that stop me. And we've made some good progress this week. We've got some seeds sown, ready for next year. And we've taken a wonderful harvest of brassicas, which at this time of year we really should be thankful for. So I would just like to say thank you very much for everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. And hopefully I shall see you all next week.